So, what do you think happens after we die?
Immediately judged by Jesus. We have our first and final judgment.
Where does your belief stem from?
My faith in Catholicism.
If you believe in a heaven or hell, what do they look like?
Okay, I believe in both, and I have no clue what they look like. I believe, without further research, hell is more the absence of Jesus, and heaven is we are in his full presence and more of a state than a place.
Okay.
I think. Again, got to do more research on that.
How do you get into them?
That's a long, convoluted answer. But simply put, personally, following the tenets of the Catholic Church. Jesus founded the Catholic Church. He gave us rules and guidelines not simply, to follow, gave us the path, gave us the guidebook, the Bible, the church, holy tradition, sacred text, to get us there. Roadmap, if you will.
Who populates heaven and hell? Your version of heaven and hell?
The saints, which are any person who's died in good grace, which means no mortal sin, is in heaven.
In Catholic tradition, the saints are confirmed to be in heaven.
If you're called St. Thomas, St. Michael, St. Matthew, they are that the church has truly recognized that they lived an exemplary life, and we just know that they're in heaven. You and I, when we die, we become saints if we make it to heaven.
Okay.
We're just not recognized by the church as a holy, which is a long, vigorous process.
Is everyone in heaven a Catholic?
No. Not at all. Because not everyone is a practicing Catholic. That doesn't mean you can't die in God's grace. Because there's plenty of Catholics not in heaven.
What about the people who lived before Jesus' ultimate sacrifice?
And before he came and opened the gates of heaven, they are in heaven. Now, because he opened, Jesus came in his resurrection, went to Sheol.
How you're saying they were essentially just waiting in front of the gates. Jesus came, opened them, they went into heaven.
Simply put,
Simplified.
Yes. Simplified, yes. And when, he comes back, we're all resurrected. We're all going to be resurrected together and enjoy.
Can you give a description of who runs heaven and who runs hell?
Jesus, the Trinity, Holy Trinity, without again looking at specifics, is Jesus God. And running, I don't know, that's a good word, running.
It's who runs heaven, who runs...
I heard something the other day that was very interesting, that saying the devil doesn't run hell, that is his punishment as well. That he's just as miserable as everybody else in heaven. He's just not running, he's just...
Everyone in hell.
Hell, to say, woo! Anyways, yes, that he's just as punished as everybody else there. He's just not running it with a...
In your opinion, do they look like?
Heaven and hell?
God and
Satan. Well, they don't look like anything because they are spirit.
If they were to appear to you...
I think that's arbitrary. Is that the correct word? It depends on the person they're being shown to. Because the way the angels are described in the Bible, I don't want to see that.
There's a reason why they come saying, do not be afraid.
And I believe they come in different ways and in different visages.
Gabriel came as looking like a person.
Tobias came, not Tobias, Gabriel. I'm not sure. To Tobias. No, Gabriel's the horn. What's the other one? Michael. Raphael, that's the one. Came to Tobias, Tobit, differently as a traveler.
Okay.
to help him along. So that they'll come as whatever you need them to be.
Okay. Finally,
And evil as well. Satan as well. Demons as well.
what is a day like in each? What would be a day in heaven? What would be a day in hell?
Nobody knows. No one's...
There are some follow-up questions that can help you get a better idea of what's
Okay,
being asked if you'd like.
the only... Looking at it from the Catholic point of view, the only ideas we have of it are saints that have been in purgatory and have come back and said, or if you look at Our Lady of Fatima, when she came to Francisco, Jacinta, and Lucia, they got to go experience hell, they didn't experience hell. They saw hell.
Do you believe hell looks like it's portrayed in
Not
Dante's
fire.
Inferno?
No, when they say burning, I believe it's
in Dante's Inferno.
It's not literally all the dark caves and flames leaping up, and you're just walking around burning. And it's more internal, spiritual.
I'm talking like the
levels of hell,
like in Dante's Inferno, the book.
It's been a long time since I've read it.
There's a level for
and not
lust.
in hell.
There's a level for
no, not in hell. I don't think so, because it's purely the absence of Jesus. So you're suffering. It doesn't matter what your sin is in hell. You're still separated from God, and that's the most horrendous thing. Heaven, there's not levels in heaven, but there's degree. Our spirits in heaven will be doing different things, because or like right now they've got with the angels and stuff that are just at the foot of Jesus singing his glory, and there's different areas. There's messenger ones, there's not. So I think there's, again, more research.
There's some additional questions to this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you interact with people who don't speak your language?
Yes, absolutely.
If your long dead pets are in the afterlife, do you have to feed them and clean up after them?
No, because it's if don't necessarily believe that pets are in heaven. If they are, we are in our perfect, resurrected, glorified bodies, and I don't even believe we'll need to clean up after ourselves. So no, I don't think so. If pets are in heaven, no.
If you are a widower,
Mm-hmm.
are you married in heaven?
From the little what I've read about it is no, because we're married until death do us part, and that's a physical, earthly thing, not a spiritual thing. So we will be connected. We will know that other person was special, but the love and glory of God will trump that. We'll be in perfect love, and we'll love perfectly. So we love everyone perfectly, so one won't be more than the other.
Do people look as we want them to look, or as they choose to look?
Again,
for example, for me,
we'll be in
Poppy's in heaven.
He'll look like the optimist.
I would see him as he was
60-year-old Poppy. I would see him as a 30-year-old
dad.
Yeah, we're gonna see, that's another mystery, because we don't know. No one's ever come back and told us. But I believe we will be in our glorified bodies. We will be in our perfect state. So whatever that means.
Okay. How does your belief in an afterlife affect the way you live your life?
Okay, so since I believe there is a heaven and I want to get there, that means I need to do what I can here to make sure I get there. So I try to follow what Jesus laid before me, the roadmap, the guide map, to get me there to the best of my ability. And when I step off that path, I wander back, ask for forgiveness, repent and reform, and move on and continue down that path. Did I tangent up on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What choices do you make that are directly or indirectly connected to your afterlife beliefs?
What? Like day-to-day choices, or in general big choices?
Either or.
Okay, so say it again.
What choices do you make that are directly or indirectly connected to your afterlife beliefs?
Okay, so again, referring back to the previous question, since I believe it's heaven, my daily choices need to be and try to be in relation to, is that going to get me to heaven? Is cussing out, becoming a Karen, cussing out the checkout lady, making that daily choice, being rude and ugly to someone else, is that going to get me to heaven? Choosing kicking that puppy, is that going to get me to heaven? That daily, minutely, minutely, every minute is a choice, personally, that I want to make that can get me closer to heaven.
So every minute of your life is devoted to achieving the goal of heaven.
Yes, absolutely. I try for it to be. I fail miserably because I am but a humble sinner. Not humble sinner, I'm a humble Christian. I'm a big sinner, because we all are. We all sin and we all wander off that path. And I don't want to wander off that path, because my goal is heaven. I want to be with Jesus. I want that perfect love. I want that perfect beauty. I want that perfect humility. I want that perfect harmony. And if my family's in heaven, I want to be with my family. And that affecting choices, unfortunately, that affects my choices with other people, that they may not take as the way it's intended, because I want everyone I meet to be able to go and be in heaven with Jesus, to find that love. That love, my God, that love. I want other people to have that love so badly that I may overstep bounds and may become overbearing, and I may become more effusive. Effusive, is that the word?
I think so.
Efficacious?
I don't know
these words. I don't know these words. Yeah.
We're derailing.
I think it trying to sound like I'm educated.
We're derailing.
But anyways, let's just say I throw Catholicism up on people.
All right. Thank you, Mom.